The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Smart Degenerates. We are going to be LA's top sports investors. I'll be your host for today, Mr. Mike G21. I got my guys with me. To my immediate right, Mr. Rashard 90302. What's up, bro?
Hey, back. Sorry for my absence, but I am back.
Hey, it's good to see you back. To my far right, Mr. Jay Meso, bro. How you feeling, man?
Feeling great. It's a glorious week, coming off a win, so we good.
Yeah. Niners did your stuff. Got your beanie. All right. I see you.
Team pride.
I feel it. Well, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode. This is going to be our holiday special. We will probably go dark for the new year. I think that's what we're going to do. But, we want to wish everybody happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all of that stuff. Thank you guys for tuning in. We got to give a shout out to Morris Media for having us. Feel free to call in. You see the number 323-293-3375. We got a great show for you guys today, man. It was a crazy week in sports, as always. We had some upsets as usual. Some teams came through who we thought would come through as usual. And we're going to get into all of that. We're going to make our picks and predictions for this week. And talk about some current events. So, fellas, man, let's just get right into it, man. I'm going to start with you, Racer. The Carolina Panthers actually covered for us this week, man. They were +6 to the Saints, man. A lot of people didn't think they could pull it off. Cam looked terrible. I'm not going to lie. He looked terrible. I knew something was wrong with him, how he was throwing the ball, but
his shoulder had been hurt for about 2 or 3 weeks.
He's about to have surgery.
He's got to have surgery. But talk to me, man. What'd you see in that game from y'all, man?
I mean, I saw typical us. While we're 6-7 or whatever our record is, the consistency on defense showed up. The defense played lights out. Mm-hmm. Obviously, our offense is not a juggernaut. Yeah. Along with Cam Newton being hurt, so the offense, I kind of figured the offense would be what it was, but the defense returned to form. Thomas Davis and Luke Kuechly was out there flying around. Yeah. The secondary was looking better than usual, even though Michael Thomas was doing whatever he wanted to do. But overall, we just pretty much locked up. Some people will say the Saints are in a slump, but I would just say, at this point in the season, it's December. The coaches they don't have the Saints' number, but they do have a lock on their tendencies on top of it being a division game. Like,
for sure.
The defense is going to be locked in no matter what the offense is doing, especially this late in the season, the divisional game.
Right. Yeah, Luke Kuechly, he was out there low-key calling the plays.
Exactly.
I was watching Kuechly. He was flying around. He was like, no, they're about to do this. Watch this, watch that. So I think, the defense actually did their part. They held them only to 12 points. Drew Brees didn't throw a touchdown, surprisingly. Alvin Kamara had the only lone touchdown, and Michael Thomas only had 49 yards. So, I will say the Carolina defense showed up. But, just that offense, man. Cam wasn't himself. And it's a shame, man. They lost 6 in a row, man.
And they were in position to win that game. Shoulder or no shoulder, Cam has no business throwing that ball up for grabs in the end zone like that. Worst case scenario.
He can't lift his arm, though, at that point.
Yeah, it was like he was pushing it.
That's on the coach, man, to me.
That's coaching, but come on, bro. You yourself knowing you hurt, you can't make that cross the field throw just up for grabs like that.
I would argue that he doesn't know how hurt he is because they for sure shot him up.
He knew.
He knows that it's damaged, but that looks like I can't feel it. I'm gonna just do what I can do. Because that pain that look like Markelle Fultz. That looks just like that.
Exactly. But I'm talking from a mental standpoint, bro. His brain is okay. Like when you see that, bro.
Is his brain okay? Like, come on, it's Cam Newton. He's not known for making smart, heady plays.
Bottom line, that's just not a good throw. Injured, not injured.
Why didn't he run it all? Like
that's what I'm saying.
Because he's hurt, and that's why he's hurt. Because he runs too much.
No, he's
not. That's not how he hurt his shoulder.
You never know. He took a bad hit, landed on the shoulder, landed on the ground.
You can take that hit getting sacked in the backfield. But all I'm saying is he's not himself, and that basically cost him the game. I think if the backup was in there doing the offensive side of things with the defense playing like that, they would have, worst case scenario, got 3 or 7.
Yeah.
Out of that drive, it would have just been a different game.
Yeah, if you look at his numbers as I'm looking at him right now, he was 16 for 29, 131 yards and a pick. He couldn't move the ball downfield. His leading receiver was McCaffrey, 8 receptions out of the backfield,
He's the leading
67
receiver
yards.
the leading rusher and receiver.
So yeah,
he was probably averaging 3 yards a pass, just throwing him right here, a little swing route.
Yeah.
I noticed he was catching the man on the under. But that's like the Raiders offense where we're not actually trying to do anything. We just want to get completions.
Right.
I don't know. It looked bad. I would have took him out of halftime personally.
Yeah.
But your season's over either way. So
all's well is in well. We did cash in on the Panthers. Luckily,
that's another win for the page.
Hey, another win for the page. But what about that fumble in the end zone though for the cover? How cold was that? I was nervous as hell. I was like, "Ooh!"
Talk to me about fumbling in the end zones. I'm still recovering over that from a Steelers Broncos game.
Hey, it's okay to be on the right side of it sometimes, you know. Man. Hey, but yeah, we'll take that up. We can move on to the next game. You see the beanie, okay? Niners. You guys were plus 3.5 underdog to Seattle. Coming in
for tanking, Mace.
Yeah, on a 10 game, you guys had lost to them 10 straight times. Plus 3.5. Mullins gets it done. He was finding Kittle. He was finding Pettis. Breida did his thing. And you guys not only covered, but you won the game, man. Tell me how you feel, bro.
I feel a lot better if I would have bet on the Niners. So here I come.
But I understand why you didn't.
I came to the homie's house on Sunday, dressed head to toe. I had a Niner beanie. I had on my Niner jersey with the red undershirt, trying to look real flossy.
Gang.
I had my red blanket in the car. I didn't bring that out, but I figured there was no chance. So I get caught up though. I figured there was no chance that we could cover against the Seahawks. Based on our record against them.
Based on what you've been seeing.
Based on how dominant they've been looking good this year.
Yeah.
But there were some things that always still ring true. They're trashy on the road.
They're not good on the road.
We're tough out at the crib.
Yeah, especially as a home underdog.
And they let us move the ball a lot.
Yeah.
So we got to 20-something points. Like at that point, it's they had to they didn't set the tone in the beginning of the game. Right. They got the early touchdown. But they couldn't stop us.
And yeah, Mullins was doing his thing. I see he's 20 for 29, 275 and a touchdown.
I mean, he's decent. And you know what? You know what happened? They weren't ready for the jumbo package that we ran.
Yeah.
We were killing them with the 2 tight ends off the play action.
Yeah,
they were just running zigzag routes, and they're just wide open.
Yeah.
They cut it out in the second half, but I think at that point it was too late. They still
too late.
Tricking it off. And I mean, Russell, man, like he just does not want to be a normal quarterback. For whatever reason, he just wants to play around out there and dive and dodge. Like, bro, just throw the route. Just sit in the pocket and throw it. It's like he can't do it.
But that's not his game, though. He's a more scrambler, when the play breaks down, I'm going to run around for a second.
Yeah, but he's like going into it planning for the play to break down. Like he's not even trying.
Yeah, that's what he did. That's what he does. He's not a pocket passer. He's a scrambler.
Romo.
Huh?
Like a Tony Romo, just when...
Nah. Tony Romo had Yannin. What you mean?
But it was always when it was chaos.
Well, when it broke down. I think he's more scrambler than Tony Romo. But yeah, I feel you. Romo made plays on it with his legs and his arms.
And I don't want to derail us into an A-Rod discussion right now, but maybe, again, that's why he's not being as effective, because he can't get... Like, he's also one of those chaotic scramblers, and if he can't really do that because of his knee or his line... He's not as great when he just has to sit back there and do his Tom Brady.
Right.
But Mullins, hey, the kid has won the backup job. I've told y'all before, I feel like we're still more pieces away. I would not be mad if we traded Jimmy G if you got a ransom for him. If you traded Jimmy G and got two number one picks,
and keep Mullins.
Go ahead and start Mullins so we can let's try to win 8 games next year.
He's not terrible.
He's not terrible. He can move the ball. Let's go get a killer linebacker. Let's go get a killer wide receiver and somebody for the offensive line.
A killer corner.
And I'm good.
Sherman's not it. He's washed.
No, he's washed. I don't even care about the corner. We need a good safety, and we need a much better
linebacker since y'all lost the guy
Foster.
to domestic.
Yeah. So again, that's how I would look at it. I would try to get one of them, give me 3 first-round picks, and I'll give you Jimmy G.
Yeah.
And then we can go out there and build it up. Because we're trying to get to where the Seahawks are right now, where you break the team down and they're still competitive.
Right.
We fight hard. We're just not good enough yet to really win. But that's what happens. I still think we're in the running for a top 3 pick, so I'll live with that. But
not with all this winning y'all doing.
I mean,
we only got 4.
We'll get to you guys upcoming this week,
and I still think we're gonna lose out the rest of it.
We'll see. We'll see. You guys got a good game coming up against the Bears. We'll talk to that.
It's the first time we have back-to-back games the whole season.
Church, hey man, take it.
And we beat 2 teams that aren't great on the road, so it goes back to the point about narratives. You gotta
follow the narratives, follow the trends.
You gotta know who do you take at home and who do you take on the road.
Right. Okay, now let's get to my boys. You feel me? Tennessee Titans, man. We were a 2-point. What were we? Underdog or favorite? I think we were -2.
You guys were -2.
We were -2 in New York. Went out there, shut them out, 17-0, man.
I'm so surprised. As Stephen never said. I'm so surprised.
I'm so surprised, man. But hey, man, I got to give a shout out to Derrick Henry in the offense, man. The offensive line. Derrick Henry, he had 33 carries for 170 yards and 2 touchdowns, man.
Yeah, he's been killing the last couple weeks,
He's
bro.
been killing, man. He's put up 6 touchdowns in 2 weeks. So, I mean, hey, if you've been riding Derrick Henry for these playoffs in your fantasy, I think you've been winning.
But we know the Giants are terrible at home.
The Giants
They don't cover anything. They won one game at the house.
They were without Odell.
No Odell.
We were messing Eli up, man. Eli couldn't do nothing. He was only 21 for 44 with 229 and a pick. Yeah, he didn't throw a touchdown. We held Barkley to 31 yards. That was what was impressive for me. Our D-line, we was getting after Barkley. He couldn't get all that fancy, bust a big run.
They couldn't complete any third down conversions, so they couldn't stay on the field.
Because it was always 3rd and long, though. That was the thing about shutting down Barkley. You shut him down on 1st or 2nd down, now you're looking at 3rd and 8. Eli's not good.
No Odell, you can sell out for the
Odell,
run. We're going 8 in the box. Let's do it.
Yeah, with no Odell. So, yeah, that was an easy win for us. You know,
are y'all going to make the playoffs, though?
Oh, we're gonna talk about that too, man. It's a
I don't know.
I mean, all we need, honestly, I believe, is the Chargers to beat the Ravens this weekend. If the Chargers beat the Ravens this weekend, we're going to beat Washington. We're a 10-point favorite. We should at least win. We should at least win against Washington, and then we're going to have our season finale against Indiana. Week 17. So it's going to be us or Indiana. Whoever wins that game is going to get the wild card as long as the Ravens lose this weekend. If the Ravens win this weekend, they got the tiebreaker over both of us. So if the Ravens win out, they're in. We need the Ravens to lose, and we need to beat the Colts. And everything, I think that's a doable situation, man.
We're going to talk about it, but I like Baltimore to come beat the Chargers this week. We'll get into it. But before we go into next week's games and what's coming up, why don't we take a quick break?
Yeah, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back in 1 minute. And we'll get into next week's games. We got one more game.
I want to talk about the Patriots too.
Yeah, the Patriots specialist just walked in, man. We got to talk to him about what happened, man, in Pittsburgh. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Hey, welcome back to the Smart Degenerates. We are back from break. We got a we got a guy in the building we need to talk to, man.
Got a lot of explaining.
Yeah, he's got some explaining to do. The real Jay Styles is in the building. What's up, bro?
What's up, real Jay Styles? Please stand up.
Unpack this whole
Please.
situation, bro.
Guys, listen. First things first.
Yeah.
Mace, how you doing, man?
Hey, man, I was so worried we weren't going to see you today. Happy.
Oh, man. All right, first things first. On behalf of Bill Belichick, Robert Kraft,
Okay.
and the Patriot organization,
Yeah.
they tried with Josh Gordon.
They tried.
They really tried. Yeah. I thought we got the best out of him.
You did.
You know, I really thought we did what a lot of teams probably wouldn't have thought they would have gotten out of him.
Yeah.
Rest assured, his career's done.
Oh, he's done.
Yeah,
he would never be in the National Football League again.
They might mess with him.
It just, I mean, from a human being standpoint, it sucks that, mental health is a big deal.
Yeah.
I have family members and friends who go through that. So I hope he gets, the help that he needs. From a football standpoint, it hurts New England.
Yeah.
We're struggling as it is.
Yeah.
I hate to say these words, and you guys are probably going to roast me right now, especially Raish. Gronk is looking old. He can't get open. No one's getting separation.
Nobody.
The only way I see this benefiting us is the first 4 games of the season, we look good.
Yeah.
Back to James White out the backfield. Chris Hogan, Dorsett got to get active. If not, guys, I see a first-round exit. I just don't like
We
it.
haven't heard from Dorsett. You better off with Edelman and Gronk. What's
there
up
a
with
chance?
Gronk?
Gronk
Gronk
is
looks
just-
beat up.
He looks beat up.
He
dude.
looks
terrible.
beat up.
He looks
It's a
beat up,
combination of
man.
him not being the same Gronk, and teams are so in the mode, we're not going to let Gronk beat us.
We're going
He's
low.
getting,
Yeah.
he's like, it's 2 guys hovering over him basically off the line. They're not going to let him do anything along with him not being athletic enough to just
I
really
mean,
He don't
dominate.
even look good when he runs.
No,
though.
but
He ran like Frankenstein.
He Frankenstein. And I was just about to say, and
all
even
them hits
outside of
catch up,
that, like, we're so used to the Patriot way. The Patriots doing things great. They don't have a lot of penalties. They don't turn the ball over a lot. They don't, make those mental mistakes that other teams make that we starting to see them do. We saw them break down. We saw the Miami Miracle. What happened with that? And even in that game, right before the half, they had 1st and goal and got no points. They were on the 5-yard line with what was it, 40 seconds? And they went
Got no
4 and out.
time.
Tom Brady took a sack with no timeouts. That's not the Patriot way. We just saw this week against the Steelers in the 4th quarter. He was fading away and tried to throw it out of bounds and throw a pick. What was that?
I mean,
That's not the Patriot way.
I understand. I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Like people are gonna make mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, wait. Before,
okay.
Go.
I
I'm gonna let you
understand
finish. Go ahead.
that was a terrible play.
Yeah.
I was pissed as hell.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, how many times have Brady did that? Like,
Okay,
you know what I mean? But
and
it
that's
hurt.
going to get me to my next question. He hasn't done that much. So are we seeing the fall off of Tom Brady?
I wouldn't even exactly call it a fall
Thank you,
off.
Rich.
It's just
Thank you,
he's
Rich.
41.
He's getting
like,
old. That's what I'm saying.
But
It's
guys,
not like he's
I
25
don't,
and
but I
doing
don't
that,
think
bro.
he could have been 25 and done that play. I think you got a couple of things. You got Josh McDaniels is not doing a great job on play calling.
Not
Yeah.
true.
And
Not
I also
true.
think they just don't have their skill
don't have the
positions.
weapons.
None of them
Exactly.
are dominating their matchups.
Not-
So
Yeah.
so if team goes down and bumps them, they're done.
See, and that's where it's Gronk.
They don't got no Tyreek Hill.
Gronk was
always the mismatch.
basically the wide receiver.
that they could go to where he was a matchup problem and no one could guard Gronk.
But that's
I mean,
why-
see,
that's why
here's the
Blake
thing.
McDaniels,
But see,
though.
all this stuff is arguments. We won a Super Bowl without Gronk. First 4 games of the season, we were moving
But
the
y'all
ball
had
very
other
well, scoring
stuff
30 plus
when
points.
y'all didn't have Gronk in those Super
It was
Bowls to
Edelman and James
compensate.
White.
In the
And-
running
and-
game,
and-
you had
and-
LeGarrette
outside
Blount.
back
Like
then.
Exactly, but see, even early in the season, we were doing well. James White was more involved. James White is not involved. Check
Yeah,
fantasy
they
numbers.
just
He's not
they went
involved.
back to Sonny Michel.
Sony
Exact-
Michel's nice. I like him.
He's
I
nice,
like-
but he's not catching the ball at the backfield. You know what I mean?
So you got to go
he's
to
not
White.
a check down.
You got to go to White then.
It's
think
tough,
they're just
man.
done,
It's tough.
I think the only thing left to do at this point is get radical with the offense. I think you gotta stick Gronk on the outside as like a.
But he's not fast.
It don't matter.
He's not fast.
He's still matched up with a linebacker or a safety,
you
man.
need to
Yeah.
put him out there,
You know?
eat up a corner, go clear out a whole side.
Well,
of the
But guys, here's this thing too. Everyone's talking about Brady's falling off, and this. I mean, he still has I think it's like a 72, 73 QBR. He's sixth in
he
the
does.
NFL. I mean, yeah, it's trash for his numbers.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still top 10, and we're struggling. We are, but dude, We're not going to be perfect.
If Gordon wasn't obviously still on drugs or alcohol, maybe the last 4 weeks would look different.
Because he has looked different.
They had to scale him back.
He had
out
a lot of drops last week.
What? You saw the ball hit his wrist?
Hey, he had a key third down drop.
Yes.
3rd and 8. Hit him in right in the hands.
Belichick probably walked right into the locker room. Hey. Take a test.
Test him right now,
bro.
Hey, he can't stay off the weed.
How much do y'all think this is mental health versus him just being a knucklehead?
No, listen, let me tell you what I think it is. Growing up, I'm not sure where he's from, but, probably a hood or whatever, a tough neighborhood. He was selling weed in college. He came out and said he used to make his money selling weed in college, so he was smoking a lot of weed, and he got hooked to weed. Now, I'm one of a believer that says you can't be hooked to weed. I don't think weed is an addictive drug. Some people, we can go back and forth on that, whatever. But I think, because I smoke, and I could go days without smoking, and I don't trip out. You know
and he's not the only one in the league smoking and fucking that. There's some functional dudes that smoking and beating the test and just carrying on with their careers.
Right, but listen, but that's what I was gonna say. Where the mental health comes into play, to where being in the NFL is tough. So you got cameras on you all the time. You got your family. You got money. You got all this shit. So he probably uses the weed as a coping mechanism to where, it probably helps him. It probably calms him down.
I mean, honestly,
but that's the addictive part of it.
I don't know, man.
You don't get addicted to the weed.
Mechanism or not.
It's how you're using it.
Yeah, it's how you're using it.
It's how you use it.
This guy is making
millions.
You don't
get addicted to making money.
There's people.
It's not about the money, though, bro.
Yeah, good.
It's about how he feels about himself when he wakes up in the morning. It's about his outlook on life. If all he really can go for is the 3 hours of sobriety when he's playing football, and then the minute he gets out of there, he's like, okay, now I have all my just idle thoughts. Now I got to smoke weed again. Now I got to get on these Xannies. Now I got to go. At a certain point, that glitz and glamour just doesn't matter anymore. He would have got that regardless, is the way you're going to look at it. Even with all this shit, it doesn't matter. I'm empty. He just needs to go get on a farm somewhere, bro. Grow some vegetables, chill out, smoke some pot. He's Ricky Williams, bro. It's the same. It's the same kind of personality, same kind of guy.
Because
he's a little more victim. Ricky Williams was open, happy. Yeah, I want to smoke pot. It's all good.
No, is it only just weed with Josh Gordon? Because I'm hearing
they said it was Xanax. They said it was all kind of shit.
Cocaine. It's much Ricky Williams was just weed and just a little. He was eccentric, but they saying Josh Gordon has real cocaine, weed, pill problem.
Nah, I'm not gonna throw the cocaine on him. I think
they do coke. Bro.
Yeah, no. I think personally it was just the weed and maybe some alcohol. Maybe some alcohol.
There's a lot of dudes functioning off of weed and alcohol.
Yeah, but we don't. But again, we'd have to go look at studies. That shit might affect 2 out of 10 people the wrong way. He just happens to be 2 out of 10 who plays football.
Yeah,
he's just he's one of them guys who just probably should not smoke.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't, especially if they're gonna pay me millions of dollars to play football. But yeah, we do wish the best for Josh Gordon, man. We never want to see anyone go through this. He just lost his job, man. I hate to see guys lose their jobs.
He'll be all right.
But yeah, we're gonna switch it over now to the association. The NBA, man. The Brooklyn Nets, man, they just beat the LA Lakers the other night, man. And that marked their 7th win in a row. Raisher, I'm going to start with you, bro. Is it time to buy the Brooklyn Nets after they beat the Lakers on their 7th straight win?
I said we should have been buying them before that. Yeah. Now, in the grand scheme of things, as far as playoffs and the championship, they won't be there. But from a betting standpoint, we have to buy them. Yeah. They play defense. They have 4 or 5 scores that win, lose, or draw can keep the game competitive. Yeah. If not, have them on the winning side of things. And what I noticed about them is win, lose, or draw, they always seem to jump out in the first half. They're a good first half team, for sure. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, combine that with the 6-7 game winning streak, I would say from a gambling standpoint, you have to ride the no reason
because even if they're not winning, they are covering the spread.
They're covering the spread.
They've covered their last 7 out of 8 spreads. So, I mean.
And the reason I feel so confident is they're covering against good teams like the Golden States, the Houstons, the Lakers. Yeah, so it's not just
I do have
fluky.
to say something.
I mean, also,
I bet it on the Nets. I bet it on the Nets yesterday, and they didn't cover a full game.
Who'd they play?
They played the Bulls.
They played the Bulls on the second night.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of shenanigans
First of
in that
all,
game.
that's a lie. They did cover.
No, they
Sure?
didn't.
Check.
Yes, they did.
Check.
No, they did
Check.
not cover against the
They
Bulls.
didn't cover
bro.
against the Bulls yesterday.
What was the
I lost
spread?
on the Bulls.
I
I
think
lost
they
that
lost
game
the game,
yesterday.
I think.
First of all, they won the game.
They
by
won the game
like-
and to cover 6.5.
It was like, it was high.
It wasn't 6.5. Are you kidding me, bro? They
Man,
covered.
it's documented
Check.
right
No,
there.
I'm pretty sure they covered it.
I remember it was a lot of fights and technicals.
Bro,
So
first of all, I'm about to pull it up right here because I was about to take the Nets on the streak. We're gonna pull it up right now. Wednesday, December 19th, they covered. I'm telling y'all right now because I was mad at myself for not. Look at that.
They won by 3.
Covered +2. Brooklyn. The spread was 1. The spread dropped to 1 against the Bulls in Chicago, and they covered, bro. Look at what I say.
It might have dropped to it.
Brooklyn
Depends on
by
when he
2.
saw it or when he took it then. What was... You don't think it was ever at 3?
Bro, it was 1.5. It went to 2, and they won by 3, and I saw it. It dropped to 1.5 from 2, and I was looking at it all day, like, damn, do I still trust the Brooklyn Nets? Do I still trust the Nets? And I didn't take it, and I knew I was mad at myself. But I had a fucking great day yesterday, man. I can't even lie. I could have hit like a 16er if I would have threw them in there, but that's for another day.
I'll say this.
But,
Brooklyn is the 6th highest on the list on against the spread this season.
Yeah,
Through
man.
33 games. They're up there. They're doing good.
Yeah, they're doing good.
I would say you better... It's fool's gold, for my opinion.
Fool's gold. Hey, no, speaking of
wouldn't
fool's gold, though, transition. Mace, I'm coming to you on this one. Your team, your boys, the Golden State Warriors are struggling right now. They've only covered 1 out of their last 5. Is it time to panic in Golden State?
I've only said this shit every week for like 4 or 5 weeks now. Look at their coach. Look at the culture.
Yeah.
They're going for a three-peat. They don't care about basketball in December. They're not trying to cover a spread. They're not trying to blow nobody out. They got nothing to prove. I told you that I don't like the way their offense runs with KD because he doesn't participate in like the real ball movement.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that Draymond hasn't gone for double digits since Halloween, like
Draymond,
they don't look
man.
good. They
Since
don't
he got-
look good.
Since he got beeped out with KD, he's just been
Right.
all bad.
So like that chemistry issue is a problem for them.
yeah.
So I wouldn't. I mean, I'm sure they're going to still win 50 games. They're still second in the West. They still got 21 wins, 21 like 11.
Yeah.
But if a gambler trying to make money, I would stay off of them.
Stay off
They
of
didn't cover first half. You take them second half. That bet, my favorite bet, that shit is officially dead.
Damn.
First half?
If they don't
Take
cover
them second
first
half
half,
if they don't cover first half. That shit's been a losing
Nah,
bet
you
all
know what
season.
it is though? I just think they are
And they need a big
missing.
man.
They're missing a big man. Yeah, JaVale McGee. He did all the dirty work for them last year. You know.
Because he's killing for the Lakers, and he didn't play against the Nets. He didn't play the last 2 games, and they
And
had
they
a
got
lot of
smacked.
trouble, and they got smacked both games.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think until Cousins get back, we should definitely stay off the Lakers.
When Cousins gets back, they're not losing.
When Cousins gets back.
And even when
But
he gets
we need
back,
a healthy Cousins,
you got to
though.
watch it, though. He's still
Yeah,
going to be
because-
tough to integrate into their system for a while.
Think about
Yeah.
Golden State too. Their bench is not as dominating as it's been
It's
in the
weak,
past.
yeah. Because they still got them names. They still got
Iggy.
Livingston and Iggy, but it's like the ghost of these people. And Iggy
Yeah.
don't even play. When you think about them, you think, oh, they got Iggy on the
Yeah, they're
bench.
saving
He's
him
not
for the
playing
playoffs.
fucking 25, 30 minutes. He doesn't play.
Iggy's on his 14th season.
He got a whole bunch of DMPs. Like, well, I mean, LeBron's on the juice for the 17, 16 season,
Oh,
but
well, man,
not everybody can't be LeBron. So Iggy's going to pop up like April and start getting a lot of runs.
All right.
Livingston, he not give you that baseline 10-point just wet jumper. You got a bunch of Jerebko, Kevin Looney.
A whole
Like,
bunch of no names.
these are not veterans who came to play with the winning team. These are like young boys, second round picks they drafted. They just have to play because they're young and athletic. So I think they'll be cool, but I would not risk my money for the next 50 games. I'll check in again with them after All-Star. Look for them to go on some kind of a tear.
After All-Star.
February
Boogie
time
gets
frame.
I think that. Okay. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go into the next topic. Quick note though, for you gamblers out there, the Indiana Pacers have hit the under 11 straight games. What do
You
you
know
think?
who else is great on that? Memphis. They're another
Memphis.
good under team.
They're another
Especially
good
at
under
house.
team, but 11 straight unders for the Indiana Pacers. You gamblers take note of that. 11 straight unders for the Indiana Pacers.
That's
They
a
play
hell of a
good
stat.
defense. They just got Victor Oladipo back. Their pace is slow, and with Miles Tucker, they are they're clogging the paint, and you can't really score on them on the inside. So teams can get a lot of points. So take note of that.
66% of the time, they're on the under.
Oh,
Indiana.
Indiana, yeah, for sure.
Dang.
For sure. They're always on the under. They just hit 12 straight. I got the notes right here.
Chicago, too. They're at 67%.
Nice.
Under.
Yeah, Chicago can't score, too, especially with Levine out. But yeah, we're gonna get back into some football, man. It is week 16, man. It's a pivotal week. We got teams about to make their playoff push. A couple teams need to win to get in. A couple teams are trying to get first place. They want to bye home field. It's important. It's all ever important, man. So we're gonna start to my left. We got the New England Patriots this week going to Buffalo as a 12.5 point favorite. Jay Styles. How do you feel about the Patriots minus 12.5 as a favorite without Josh Gordon, their leading receiver?
Josh Gordon or not, I don't think they cover. We just been struggling, man. And I'm not going to be biased because this is my team. We really been struggling to move the ball. I mean, we barely scored 10 points at Pittsburgh. You know, and Buffalo has a good defense. It's going to be cold. It's the AFC East. It's a division game. Josh Allen is moving out the pocket. It's going to give our linebackers a nightmare. I think it's going to be a close game.
So you believe that the 12.5 is too many points?
I think it's too many points.
It's too many.
I hope Tom proves me wrong. I'm not touching that game, though. I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. I hope you guys don't touch it. I'm not touching it, guys.
You're not touching it?
No.
I'm taking a friendly money line on Buffalo just in case.
No way.
I know.
You think it's going to be a Buffalo miracle? No way.
I think it's going to look like listen, with Josh Allen scrambling
what did they do that
for
first game
touchdowns.
that
They're going to have trouble guarding him, bro.
Okay, well, let me tell y'all this, though. Tom Brady owns Buffalo.
He does.
Buffalo?
No, he does. Trust me, he does. I know that, too. All I'm saying is 12.5. Josh Gordon out the locker room. Our offense has been stagnant. I hope they prove me wrong. I thought they were going to do that in Miami, and we saw the Miami Miracle. Okay? Now, obviously, Buffalo doesn't have a run game. No Shady. I don't think Shady's playing. He's still questionable. Ivory's questionable. Murphy's on IR. They have no running game.
Josh Allen be doing some sick stuff out there for the country.
He does,
Yeah,
man.
but okay, just let me give you some stats, though. Last time they played in October, they met. New England won 25-6, cover the spread.
Did Josh Allen play that game? That might have been a Peterman game in October.
Who knows, though?
You can't say it might
It's
matter.
a big difference,
No,
man.
it matters, but I'm just saying that Tom Brady, as I look at these stats, he's covered 7 out of 10. He's covered 7 out of 10 in Buffalo. In New England, he's covering. I'm going to say they bounce back against Buffalo.
I hear you, man.
Take New England.
I hear you, and I love that you're saying that. But, dude, this is the first season that we've lost 2 games in a row twice in the season.
Yeah.
The first game, we lost 5 games since 2009. Like, I don't know what team we are right now.
Yeah.
I really don't. So, honestly, stats are stats, but since I'm a fan, I just don't buy it.
Right, you don't buy it. Mace, what you think on this Patriots? What you think? 12.5, you like them or no?
No.
No,
I
you like Bills?
Buffalo.
You like Bills? What you saying right now?
I thought they were at the crib. They're playing in New England.
No, they're in Buffalo.
It's at Buffalo. If it was in New England, it'd be a different story.
I think it doesn't matter. What you think, Rich?
Cuffler says it's Buffalo at New England.
by
Are you
like
sure?
6-8, which is no cover. Patriots win, no cover.
Oh, it is Buffalo at New England.
Buffalo
oh, yeah,
at New
they're
England.
about to
That's a-
smack them.
That's a little different
that's
story.
a different story.
It is Buffalo. I thought it was in Buffalo. They went to Buffalo, beat them by 14. They're going to beat them by 14 again then.
I don't know. It was at Buffalo.
It might be them by
If it's in New England, then yeah, take it.
Yeah, New England.
Because New England's defense is the tricky part of the equation.
Our defense is not bad. We gave
It's
17 to
not-
Pitt. I mean, to Miami game, we gave us some points, but who else did we give up points to?
That's true. You only gave up 17 to
I mean, it's just it's a question about the type of game you're going to play.
It's offensively, we're struggling.
Yeah.
Offensively,
And Buffalo-
We're not putting up points.
Buffalo's one of the best defenses in the league, though.
That's true, but Tom Brady knows Buffalo. He'll be able to pick them apart. So
With no over-the-top threat?
Yeah, like
You're not
We
gonna
didn't have him before,
this
bro.
offense
You're gonna
is
dink
trash
and dunk
right
him for
now.
30? Like, you don't have Josh Gordon to go up top to.
It's okay. We're fine. We'll figure it out.
Chris,
you guys
hold
are figured out.
All right.
Moving on. Let's look at this AFC playoff picture, man. It's getting kind of tight at the wild card spot. Number 5, number 6 is pretty tight. Well, not number 5. The Chiefs have the number 5 spot locked in. They're 11-3 with the Chiefs. They're 11-3. So the Chiefs are going to win the division, I believe, and then the
Chiefs and Chargers.
Chargers
they're
are
in
going to
there.
the Chiefs and Chargers are both in there. So that just leaves the number 6 spot. So in the number 6 spot currently is the Ravens, who are 8-6. We have the Tennessee Titans squad, 8-6. We have the Indy Colts, 8-6. Mace, I'm coming to you, bro. Who gets in? Ravens, Titans, or Colts? Mind you, before, I didn't mean to cut you off. This week, Ravens travel to here, LA.
Yep.
They're coming to play Chargers. We have a home game against the Redskins, 10-point favorite.
Tough game.
10-point favorites. Tough game. Yeah. Okay.
Tough game.
Okay. With back third string quarterback. Okay.
Tough game.
Okay. Then
game.
the Colts. They are a 9-point favorite. With Tampa Bay coming in.
So let me say this: from who I think is the best chance to win on Sunday is y'all.
Right.
But I think that the Ravens can absolutely come here and beat the Chargers because they're that kind of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde kind of team. Looked great the last couple of weeks, but they squeaked out a couple that they shouldn't. And people are having trouble scheming against Lamar Jackson. Yeah, I know he's not the best thrower of the football, but when you kind of run the more college idea where we're just going to get 3 yards a play running the ball so that every time it's going to be 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, now I just need him to do some magic, play action. And their defense is top notch, bro. So
their defense is definitely top notch.
If you're, as a Phillip Rivers, going to give the ball away a couple times to the Chiefs' weak ass defense, for sure you're definitely going to have a strip fumble or 2 picks with the Ravens. And the way they play the ball control, time movement, they're going to be a tough out for them. As it relates to you guys are just have to guard against the letdown, bro. Like, yeah, the third string shouldn't be able to do X, Y, and Z, but was it Jack Johnson, Jim Johnson, whatever the fuck is it?
Some Johnson.
Black Man Johnson looked all right. He looked way better than
Sanchez.
Butt fumble.
So then, on that third matchup, Colts, who knows? But they have the best offense of the 3. So
also the best defense though. Not to cut you off, but let me give you some defensive stats.
I mean, who do they donut?
The last 5 teams Lamar Jackson has played against. Okay, we're gonna start with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay,
They've been playing better.
The Ravens, all they can do is run with Jackson and the running backs, right? So in the last 5 games, they have played the 5 worst rushing defenses, starting with Tampa Bay, who came in at 32. We had Kansas City, who was 28. We had Atlanta before that, who was 30. And then you had the Raiders, who were 29. And then you had Cincinnati, who was 31. So he's played the last 5 defenses who have been the worst against the rush, and he's a running quarterback. So this week, he's got Bosa coming after him. He's got Ingram coming after him. So all that... I don't think it matters. You don't think that matters?
I don't think it matters because Damian Williams... 8 against the Chargers defense. He 8.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't think it matters. I think Lamar Jackson's going to be fine. I think it's going to be a close game. Okay. I think it's going to come down to a field goal.
Okay, but
I don't like that 10.
No, but listen though. If Lamar Jackson gets behind and Phillip Rivers goes up 10-0, 14-0,
it's over.
And he has to throw the ball, what are they going to do?
They're going to do what they did to the Chiefs, bro. They're going to play the same game where they ended up being up by a touchdown at the end of the game. And fourth down miracles, they boofed it. But I like them to be right there in the mix. It's December. This is like where the defenses come to play. Ball control.
The only reason I would say look at the Ravens is because if you look at the Chargers, the last couple of games, yes, they have won, but they've been comebacks. Like double digits.
They always come back.
But how did you get down by double digits in the first place? Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Ravens could get in, but I think we have a better chance.
Who do y'all have week 17?
Week 17, we have Indy. We have Indy at home.
Oh, see, that's a problem for you.
That's a problem.
Right.
We haven't ever
next 2 games. Who did you say they play?
Who?
Indy. The 9-point favorite.
Indy has Bucks and then us.
Oh, see, bro, y'all have that's
we have to beat Indy,
and they have the tiebreaker against y'all, right?
Yeah. Andrew Luck's never lost to the Tennessee
And for
Titans.
some reason, every year y'all keep being in these like we have to win to get in. Like
I mean, it sets up like that for a lot of teams. Dallas is going to be in the same position,
but not every year. It's not like
every year. NFC East goes down to the last game for sure. But no, listen though. The thing is the Ravens though. I don't think they're going to get in. I don't think they're going to win their next 2. They have the Chargers and then they got Baker May coming in, week 17, and Baker May might mess around and beat Jackson, so I gotta say I think we get in, man. We're gonna beat Indy and we're gonna beat Washington.
Everybody's got 8 wins right now.
I mean, it's tough, man. Yeah. I mean, even though I'm sitting here saying I like the Ravens, the Chargers still might squeak it out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like they're still gonna. I'm just saying that it's gonna be a good game. I'm not gonna totally shoot out the Ravens. Their defense is legit. Their defense is real legit.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, Bosa's a freaking animal.
Yeah.
Titans should win against the Redskins unless some fluky shit happens. Colts are going to beat Buccaneers. It's going to come down to Week 17.
Week 17.
It's simply going to come down to Week 17.
We play Indy. Whoever wins that game, I think is get in.
So it's safe to say between you and Indy, one of the next 2 games, you're gonna end up both being 9-7.
Is that for the division?
Texans
Texans are the division.
Texans got the division. The Texans will have to lose both these last 2 games, which I doubt.
You're the only team that has to win out.
We're fighting for a wild card. We have to win out.
If you don't win out,
if Indy slips up this week, then we will jump them. And then if Indy and Baltimore loses this week, we get a wild card.
But Indy can lose this week, beat y'all, and still get in. Y'all can't lose this week and beat Indy and get in because y'all will still be 9-7 and they own the tiebreaker.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. It's tricky. Well, bottom line,
control y'all fate. I'll put it that way.
We control our fate. We will win out.
To me, the Titans, whenever you're counting on them, expecting them to go to that next level, they just fuck up every time.
We do. But we got 2 easy games, man. We should handle these. They're both home games. We should win.
Yeah, you got an ex-Patriot there now, right?
Yeah,
so
we'll
he
see.
should be able to help y'all.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Speaking of that, speaking of playoffs, man, we got Rachel, I'm coming to you on this one, bro. Do we trust the Dallas Cowboys -7.5 with
you just
Jameis
said all
Winston?
kind of shit that don't go together.
What do you mean?
Trust
The Cowboys. They got the weak Bucks coming in 7.5. Rachel, what you think?
I would have to say take the Cowboys. If it was Fitzpatrick, I'd be a little scared. But Dallas is the Jekyll and Hyde team as well, and this is the perfect get back on track game for them. I think that defense is more likely to have Jameis Winston turn the ball over to as well. And then Deshaun Jackson is not playing, so they have nobody to take the top off of the defense. I think this is perfect for Dallas to get like a little tune-up game. If everything goes as planned, no anomalies or nothing like that, Dallas should cover the spread, win by like 10, 12, and get out of there.
So he likes Dallas. Styles, so you like?
I gotta go Cowboys.
Cowboys 7.5. They cover.
Yeah, I gotta go Cowboys, man. They're at home. They need to win. They got shut out against Indy.
Yeah.
They looked very silly. What are they? They're 8-6.
Yeah, they need this because if they lose and Philly wins, then there's a tie for the lead of the division.
That's so crazy. Philly's still not.
That's crazy.
That is so crazy. With Foles. And you know what's crazy? Foles put up points last week.
He cooked.
They put up 30. Wentz hardly put up points this season.
Super Bowl MVP.
Better as the Eagles quarterback than Wentz?
No, I don't believe so. I just think Wentz hasn't recovered all the way from that knee injury. He doesn't trust it. He's not running. He was a scrambler. Wentz was making plays like Wilson and Rodgers. He could run around and throw that thing.
Before he blew his
knee. So now he's stationary. He can't really do all those things.
He only throws the ball to Zach Ertz.
That's true too. Nick Foles be looking for it. He be looking for Jeffries. He be looking for Jeffries. I think they still have to get Golden Tate involved a lot more, man.
Definitely.
You know, they get Golden Tate with Jeffries and Hurts. That Eagles offense could still do something, man.
There's a reason why Detroit let him go, though.
Man, Detroit is weak. That's why they were just looking to get a. They were just get a
mode.
Yeah, for sure. So, man, who you like in that game though? You like Dallas or you like Bucks?
I'll just go Bucks, just because y'all
Bucks plus 7.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think I like Dallas at home. They bounce back. Amari does way
Who
better.
Who they play week 17? Dallas.
They play Dallas. Dallas is going to go to New York.
I might want to
change
my pick.
Oh yeah. See, I like Bucks.
But that's why if they win this game, they're in.
So my money line upsets I might throw in are going to be Bucks and the Bills, just to see.
Bucks
Let's throw the money on the fire.
Jameis might get yanked. Fitzpatrick comes in.
Jameis has been playing well the last 3 weeks, bro. Like, I mean, he got back into being
trash, dude.
like overall.
Like, I feel so bad for Mike
in the
Evans,
grand scheme, but he is streaky, so like he might put 3 touchdowns up out there.
So you said you like Bucks.
Bucks.
Cowboys. I'm going Cowboys.
Boys.
So we got 3 boys, 1 Bucks. We'll see what happens. Tap in next week. Speaking of covering, I'm coming back to you on this one, Mace. The Niners have covered their last 2 games as home underdogs. They beat Seattle and they beat Denver, but now they have a pretty hot team, and the Chicago Bears coming in. They are a 4-point underdog right now at home. Can the Niners keep the streak up and cover again against the Bears, or what's going to happen, bro?
So normally I would say we have no shot, but we're back into the whole narrative. Bears are not good on the road. We're playing much better with a lot of confidence. We did this last year. We went on a great streak at the end. Yeah, it was Jimmy G, but
It was the same thing. I won 5 straight games.
If you have some late quarterback play, you never know what could happen. Bears are not really playing for anything right now, right? So I don't know, bro. I probably wouldn't take it. I don't think we can hit it again. I think it's 2 weeks in a row. I don't think you can go for the third one. Nah, I wouldn't risk that. As a gambler, don't do it.
Hey,
As a fan,
I'm going to say, let's keep riding the streak. Let's take the Niners +4 at home. Hey, let's keep riding the home dog. They hit against Seattle. They hit against Denver. Maybe they don't win this game, but maybe they lose by a field goal, man. Mitchell Trubisky, I'm not sold, man.
I'm not sold. I can't stand Mitchell Trubisky. There's nothing about him I like.
He's a great scrambler. He's basically Russell Wilson again. He's like a taller white boy, Russell Wilson. Like, how could you not like Trubisky? He's a winner. He gets it done.
Please
And
don't
they
say
have
that.
that defense travels.
Okay,
travels.
not to cut you off. I will say I like the defense, but I'm not sold on
Although we
Trubisky,
have
bro.
one
He
of the
can't
best running
throw.
games in the league.
He
So
can't.
It's gonna be tough.
Trubisky can't throw the ball.
He's got
So,
mad touchdowns this season.
bro, on the screen, bro, he don't got that many. He don't
How
got
many
that
do you want him
many.
to have, bro? He doesn't have 50.
Bro, I just don't like his decision making sometimes when he's out there rolling. He'll just throw it up. He'll just throw it up.
I would say
They're not. They're not.
I
10
agree.
and 3.
But if that defense starts showing holes, I'm not betting on Trubisky's
Let me
arm.
ask you a question. All these young quarterbacks in the league right now, who are you going to take over Mitch? You going to take Marcus Mariota?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, that sounds crazy.
Patrick
Has
Mahomes?
he won 10 games in his career yet?
There's a lot of quarterbacks
Yes,
that
we
take
won
over
10
Trubisky.
games last year.
Mariota's not a better quarterback than Trubisky.
Yeah,
Oh,
what?
That's crazy. I don't know.
Crazy, bro.
I don't like the Titans.
This is only his second year.
Bro,
He didn't start.
Marcus
He
is
been starting
way
6
better
games
than
in college.
fucking-
He's still getting his reps up, bro. He's
fucking crazy.
He's on the rise. Is what I'm trying to tell you. I don't know how he'll do against the Niners, depending on what kind of game we play. If we can repeat the Seattle game, sure. But I like it to be a close game. 4 is a little bit of a weird. I gotta see what the number is on Sunday, but
That's kind of low.
we
bro.
could lose
That
by a
should be
field
like
goal.
6.5, bro.
at the
6.5,
crib it would be.
yeah,
But no,
right.
Bears
That'd
aren't
be
blowing
free
nobody
money.
out.
That'll be free money.
Yeah, I
They're
would
gonna
take
beat
that.
if the Bears win. It's gonna be by a touchdown or more.
So you like the Bears?
Yes.
Who you like?
As we've talked about it, I low-key like the Niners to come
Niners.
forward.
Who you think? +4 at home.
Chicago, they're coming in warm weather.
Bro, like
It's not fucking warm in
Hey,
San
man,
Francisco right now. It's
my-
Compared to
cold as hell.
Chicago?
It's been
It is
cold
not-
and windy.
But
Bro,
compared
it's
to
not gonna be-
That's
Chicago,
like saying coming to the
No,
Chargers.
it's like
totally
30
different.
That's
degrees
like saying
in Chicago right now.
The Ravens are going to come play the Chargers and it's going to be warm. It might be sunny outside, but it's going to be like 65
Bro.
sunny.
that defense is
Listen,
gonna
compared to
stomp that
Baltimore,
offense, man.
We'll see though. We'll see.
They're
We'll
not
see.
going to play in snow. I agree.
Yeah, we'll
It'll be
see.
snow.
Hey, either way, I say I like Niners. Let's keep the
Niners,
streak
man.
going. Next game, Steez. I'm coming to you, AFC man. My boys, Tennessee Titans, man. We are a 10-point favorite at home against the Redskins. Question: is this number too high at 10?
I just don't know about y'all. You know what I mean? Like, some games you guys are putting up points. Some
Yeah.
games it's a freaking nail biter. And some games you guys are just not even in the game.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think that's too high.
you think 10 is too
I think
high?
I think 10 is too high. I say,
Even with the third string quarterback,
dude, what did he do last week?
he barely beat a weak ass Jacksonville team. They
Barely
fucking
beat 'em.
stink. They stink.
They
dog.
do stink.
That
Come
was
on.
him coming off the couch. So he hadn't played in 5 years. Like, he may, another week, he may be able to do something. Yup. Maybe they sell out, stop the run. I don't know if Marcus is going to get out there and just start tossing the football around the field.
You know what?
He plays way
You know
better
what?
at home.
I
Ask New England. Ask New England how
okay.
he does
You
at
don't
home.
have to say all that.
New England defense.
You don't have to say all that. But I'm gonna take that back. Tennessee covers
Tennessee by 10.
because they have to.
Come on, we have to,
Because
bro.
they know what's at stake right now. They know what's at stake. They're gonna put a lot of pressure on the quarterback. I don't know if Chris Thompson's playing. I mean,
Tennessee wins.
I don't know.
They don't cover. The only reason it's this much is because the Fool's Gold spread of the 17.
The 17,
nothing.
Yeah.
shutout. Yeah.
They're
They-
gonna win the game.
It's
and they're not
tough,
covering
man.
that 10.
We won by 7. What you think, Mace?
Y'all win the game. Don't cover that 10. 10's a lot.
10's a lot
the
for us.
style that y'all play.
Yeah,
bro.
I will say that too. We don't really blow anybody out except the Patriots.
Y'all
yeah, y'all got like your whole team is New England. That's why.
Y'all gonna be having like 6,
Your whole
9,
team is
13
facing-
Yeah, our games will be glad. I did honestly see this spread at 10 and think it was a little bit high for us because our offense isn't that strong. Marcus is hit or miss. I'll give y'all that.
Don't we have a Redskins fan in the building?
Yes, we do.
Y'all going to win on Sunday or what?
Smash on Sunday. We'll get it in on Sunday.
And then he woke up.
Alex Smith.
Alex Smith, he
Get back
done.
soon. Next season.
Hey, free Alex Smith.
Sanchez.
Sanchez.
Oh, wow.
Free all the Redskins hurt quarterbacks. Rest easy.
Nick
Re-
Nab.
hey, let me tell you something. Jackson's next. He's gonna be out for the season too after Sunday.
Oh wow.
Y'all gonna be on fourth quarterback. How
They're
about
gonna
that?
sign Cap.
Yeah, man.
Week 17.
That's a whole nother issue. I don't even
Right.
want to talk about Cap right
Shout
now.
out to Nathan Peterman.
With fucking Peterman just getting signed to Oakland.
He got signed to
Oh,
the
we gotta
practice.
talk
He got
about
signed
that,
to the
bro.
practice
I
squad
have
though.
been telling
He
y'all.
didn't get signed to
Wait, before we
the.
get out of here, bro.
Wait.
I told y'all, Gruden is here to destroy and rebuild. Why the fuck would anybody put Nathan Peterman on the practice squad?
Because he likes him and he just wants to give him a
It's the
check.
practice
He's
squad.
nasty.
Yeah, like
He
he's not
just-
coming up to the team, which is what I initially thought when I first saw
Why
that.
didn't
No.
put him on the practice squad as if he could become something?
Just to
You
give him
can't
some
Like
checks.
you
That's
said,
his
some
boy.
nepotism.
It's-
Like-
yeah, just to give him some checks. That's his boy. We're gonna get to that though. We got a couple more topics before we get out of here, man. Right, sure. I'm coming to you, man.
What's good?
Panthers. You guys opened up as a 3-point favorite with Atlanta, who struggles on the road coming in. Since then, Cam Newton has been announced out for the rest of the season. So now they go from a 3-point favorite to a 3-point dog. That's a 6-point swing. Okay, so with no Cam Newton, do you still attack the Panthers? Do you think
would
it's a
have to.
trap, or like what's your feeling on the Panthers with three
With
of those?
Cam in there, I was gonna stay away because that game will be a toss up anyway. Without Cam, I'd have to lean towards Atlanta due to the offense.
Who's your backup quarterback?
What's
Do you
the
know?
points?
I don't even
What's the
know.
spread?
It's Cam +3. I mean Panthers +3. No Cam.
We should take that
Why?
Atlanta stinks on the road,
because Atlanta stinks on the road. They're
We
always
stink.
giving up.
Our offense stinks.
but y'all defense
Y'all
is
can't
still,
do the same thing you just did to the Saints.
yeah, low key.
Your backup has to be good for 9 points.
But see, the Saints, it's a matchup problem. Like the
Yeah, let's
Saints
see
only
who's
have
the
Michael
backup.
Thomas.
Who's the backup
Who-
for Carolina?
The Falcons have Julio, Tevin Coleman, Ridley. Like they have more to
But
throw.
But they
at
struggle.
us.
They
All that shit got
struggle.
4
They
wins, though.
struggle on grass though.
But for this
Atlanta
one,
struggles on grass. Note that.
for this one win, I think they match up better
Is it
against us than the
Taylor
Saints
Hinkie?
did.
And then they just sneak a good win last week. Like I don't trust Atlanta at all.
Taylor Hinkie or whatever?
Taylor, yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know about
that's-
that.
come on.
Hey, stay away,
That's
man.
who it
Stay
is.
away.
That's-
Play Atlanta or stay away
Because
from that game.
everything else about the Panthers is a good team. They have a good
Yeah,
defense.
good defense.
Great
They have a
running
good,
back.
yeah.
They
Just
got
get a ball to McCaffrey.
Excellent linebackers.
But they're not playing for nothing. It's over.
They got
Yeah.
pride.
Playing for pride, yeah, bro.
They can still finish the season 8-8.
It's divisional too,
Right.
so
I like Atlanta.
I like Atlanta though.
I
I,
like
can't
Atlanta
even front.
cover.
Atlanta, they win
Yeah,
by 3.
I like Atlanta cover.
So do you attack Carolina these last 2 games?
Team to win?
I would. I mean,
I
who
wouldn't
does
say
Carolina
attack,
play?
but just I would go against them. Don't slam against them, but this game I think Atlanta should have this one.
Atlanta,
I don't
everybody's
see.
on Atlanta.
Yeah, I mean they got the
I'm
Falcons
on
and then they got the Saints.
I
Man.
would stay away or take Atlanta.
But I will say for that week 17 against the Saints, they're gonna rest everybody. If the Saints win this week, they're gonna rest all their
Yeah,
starters.
if they lock it in for
They,
sure, right?
they lock
yeah.
in number 1 this week.
Then
with a
they're gonna
win
rest,
against the Steelers, which is we're gonna segue to the next game. Saints, man, they got the Steelers coming in. The Steelers are hot. They need to win. They're
It's a must
still-
win for both.
They're trying to get in the playoffs. What do we think is going to happen with the Steelers?
Where's it at?
5.5. It's in Drew's house. 5.5 in that dome.
Take the Steelers, even though the Steelers are going to lose this game.
Plus
They'll probably-
5.5. Take the Steelers.
The Steelers might lose by more than 5.5. I just don't trust the Steelers' defense, and the Steelers start sluggish sometimes.
Okay, well, hey, let's look at the Saints' offense, man. They've been actually
They have.
struggling.
Can
they
I
got
say
shut out
something?
by Dallas. Hold on, they got shut out by Dallas. They only put up 13 against Carolina. You know,
Two good defenses, though.
12
Two good
is
defenses.
12,
though.
man.
Two good
extra point.
defenses, though.
Two good defenses.
Two-
Steelers got an okay defense,
Nah,
man.
they
They
don't.
just held New England to 7.
See,
And that's it.
10. They got 10. My bad.
but this
With a
is
chance to get another
this-
one, they just boofed
this
it
is
at
the
end.
They gotta
matchups,
pick.
though. This is the matchups. They were playing against New England, we just chronicled who they're without and their deficiencies. But the Saints have Kamara, Ingram, Michael Thomas. They'll be able to move the ball better than the Patriots did
Yeah.
against the Steelers. And I just don't trust the Steelers secondary. I really don't. Not
Okay.
against Drew.
Okay, so let's make final predictions. Who you say, Mace?
I like Saints at the crib to get back on track.
Okay.
Saints.
Honestly, I'm going Steelers, man. 5.5. Honestly, I think the Steelers are going to make a playoff push. I honestly think the Steelers are going to win the AFC. Just as I'm looking at the team shake up, New England struggling. Baltimore, I think, is fool's gold. I think the Chiefs, without Kareem Hunt, they're struggling in the run game. I think Pittsburgh could beat them. I think it's going to be between the Chargers and the Steelers, honestly, and I think Steelers have the edge with that offense.
We're just going to jump over the Houston
Yeah,
Texans,
crazy,
right?
crazy. Crazy talk.
I don't know if I buy Houston. I do love DeAndre Hopkins. Shout out Hopkins. He's my fantasy receiver.
And Demaryius.
Well, I'll take the
Not
Steelers
Demaryius
because
is
Drew
washed.
Brees
He's still out there,
stinks
right?
the past couple weeks.
Yeah, Drew Brees.
Absolutely stink.
He
Stinks.
played good defenses.
Dude, he stinks
They
the past
played
couple
Carolina,
weeks, man.
and who else did you say they played?
Carolina,
Dallas.
Dallas.
Yeah, they have played some good defenses. But, we'll see, tune in this Sunday, guys. Make sure you follow us on IG, at Smart Degenerates. Follow us on Facebook at Smart Degenerates. And subscribe to our YouTube channel at Smart Degenerates. We do post pics. Twitter, at Smart Degenerates, Mace. We do post pics. We do give out advice. DM us if you need any help with anything, any bets, any questions. Feel free. You know how to reach us. That is going to be our time this
Let's
week.
give a thank you and a shout out to Morris Media for holding us down for the last few months.
Yeah.
It's been a great run, great ride with you guys.
Hell yeah.
Hope to be back in 2019.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we do want to tell the fans that we are going to go dark for the new year, revisit some things, and then we'll be back 2019 stronger than ever, man. So, yeah, we got to thank Morris Media for holding us down. Thank all of our followers, all of our supporters. And, yeah, catch us on IG and Facebook, man. Anything else, man?
No, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Smart Degenerates out.
2019, we will be
2019, man. Let's get it.